in. I couldn't go to sleep before I did this one. I had to, because it's just repeating in my head. Based on this live, man. I watched this the Sports Center, and I watched the whatever they show called with JJ Redick and LeBron James. And he says something disingenuous, man. He know exactly why his son is getting backlash. He know exactly why Bronny James is getting all the backlash. You feel what I'm saying? And now he want to act like, people are just going around hating him for no reason. First of all, the one thing that I want to say is LeBron James has ruined so many people's lives. So first of all, Bronny ain't the only one that's trying to make it to the NBA, as he proclaimed. Somebody trying to stop a 19-year-old from making it to the NBA. No, what we're saying is let him get there on his own merit. And you not trying to do that. You basically taking shortcuts for him just because you got the authority. But here's the issue that I have. The player that can be making life changes for their family, you're trying to ruin that. How are you trying to ruin that? Because first of all, you're trying to uh uh basically skip your child to the front of the line. Shaq didn't do it. You feel what I'm saying? Jordan didn't do it. None of these players doing it. But here you go, sitting up there trying to get this man in the league and this other kids that, that really need that money. You have been ruining people's life since you've been in the NBA. You have been trading people. You have been getting them out of there. And basically, man, you're trying to do it again. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're not the only one. The fact that you willing to skip your son, in front of everybody, knowing that he don't deserve it. What player that you ever known that went to the NBA scoring 4 points and possibly 4 rebounds? You don't know no player, but you, oh, he's ready. Now you don't like the backlash that he's getting. Man, this dude is a joke, man. I'm telling you, he's a joke. Like this guy, man, he do too many things to make me not like this dude. And I don't even know him. But the only thing that I do know is that I deal with the youth. And you got somebody like LeBron James who's basically saying, hey, even though the person that I know is good enough to go to the NBA or whatever sport, you're not going to go because I'm going to put Bronny ahead of you. Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. And then based on what this dude said, he disingenuous with what he say. You feel what I'm saying? Like this dude is basically trying to act like he don't understand why people are going at Bronny James. And I'm about to play this for y'all real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? As I always do, I want to show what it is that I'm talking about. Okay, so for y'all who's watching this, and if you can't read it, I'm gonna go ahead and read it. You know what I'm saying? He says, watching my son, who's a 19-year-old, kind of getting a lot of animosity and hatred towards him when he's just a kid trying to live out his dream. What about the other kids that trying to live out their dream that you are jumping in front of and you skipping him in front of them because you want your son to go to the NBA? What about the other players? Nobody care about your billionaire problems. You feel what I'm saying? We talking about earning it and deserving it. That's all we're saying. Nobody has any animosity towards this young man. Nobody even disliked this young man. The only reason why he's getting flack is because LeBron James is saying some stuff that doesn't make sense. Your son that only averaged 4 points, you're saying that he's better than the people that you watch on the league pass. You started this, sir. So to try to make it seem like people are just getting hate, you know what I'm saying, for no reason, that's not the case. They're basically judging him on the stuff that you said. Now you got a lot of people that's basically ripping him apart because they trying to tell you too, man, ain't nobody ever went to the NBA with those numbers, bruh. So what he said is very disingenuous. He says we have grown ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. The weirdest thing, the weirdest thing in the world. Now, what's weird is that you try to control, narrate, and create things that are not there. Nobody was talking about Bronny. His game was not speaking out loud enough for anybody to talk about Bronny. So the fact that you brought him up, now you don't like the backlash that come with it. You don't like the comments that come with it. You thought everybody was just gonna be like, oh yeah, Bronny, Bronny, Bronny. See, LaMelo Ball earned it. LeVar Ball earned it. They were actually players that were good. People made it seem like it was an issue because I'm sorry, I said LeVar Ball. LaMelo. He's a NBA ready player. Alonzo Ball is an NBA ready player. You feel what I'm saying? But everybody was getting mad at LeVar Ball for trying to push his kids, you know what I'm saying, as some of the best players since sliced bread. And people was upset with that. But not many people was upset with LeBron when he did it. Well, at least in the media, you know what I'm saying? If he said, media is going to back it. But this young man, the problem that I have is that he got an opportunity to go back to college. Go to college. Don't ruin somebody else's life just for the sake of saying your son also made it to the NBA. Like I said, Dwayne Wade's son didn't do that. He didn't do that for his son. Shaq didn't do that for his son. Michael Jordan didn't do that for his son. Nobody else that I know did it for their son. I don't see Carmelo Anthony out there trying to push his way out there to everybody. He's not doing that. He's allowing him to make it to the league based on his skill. And you refuse to do that. And you refuse to. So I'm gonna play this audio real quick. He basically said the same thing, but I want y'all to see it. You know what I'm saying? This dude, he's a clown, man. But here,
getting the same, thing from watching my son, who's a 19-year-old, kind of getting a lot of animosity and hatred towards him when he's just a kid trying to live out his dream. There's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing a professional sport. And we have grown ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is. And I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulders. I'm just kind of.
So he's saying there's people that's trying to prevent them from going to the NBA. What are you doing, bruh? That's exactly what you're doing. Skipping him in front of the line. You basically about to ruin a child's life who need that money. You're damn near a billionaire. You don't need that money. Bronny is good. He's straight. How about the kid that worked hard effortlessly every day to try to get to the NBA to live his dream? What about that person? See, it ain't all about just your son. I know, contrary to your own belief, it's about just you. No, it's not. It's about players who deserve to actually be playing at the highest level. So you basically being biased and you want people to skip that man, that young man in front of the line, and he don't even deserve it. He need to go back to college. Matter of fact, let's do the chant. One more year. One more year. We need to do that because that's what he need to do. He need to at least average about 12 points a game. If he can do that, I'm okay with it. But until then, he can't be the weakest person on the team that's not even stacked And then you talk about he NBA ready. Man, come on now. This is it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then it's like almost like playing the victim. Bro, you already know why people is talking about Bronny. The man hasn't stood out yet. And you trying to coerce something to happen when it's really not even it's really not a finished already product. That's the case. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying it's a little bit disturbing, it's upsetting, and to me, I'm never gonna be okay with it because it's gonna take one of them kids that would have had a spot out of position to play in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not okay with that. But hey, man, y'all do me a solid favor. Hit the subscribe button if y'all new. If not, I appreciate y'all being in here anyway to watch this content. And that's all I got for now. But man, I think that statement that LeBron James made was very disingenuous. And also, he's trying to put Bronny in a space that he hasn't earned. So therefore, I got an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? And then especially how he's talking about somebody trying to ruin another kid's life or whatever from dream for playing in the NBA when this dude is one of the ones that's trying to prevent another kid, you know what I'm saying, from going in there. I know he may not care about him, but I do. You feel what I'm saying? I care about the underdogs. And right now, Bronny may be considered an underdog, but as far as play wise, but he's not an underdog in life. So it's a difference with me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about that person who going to the NBA would change his mama life, would change his father's life, would change whoever life. Bronny and them life has already changed. So what is he missing? He wouldn't be missing nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, I don't care. I don't care, you know what I'm saying, about this dude upset with people being upset with people saying things about him skipping Bronny ahead of the line. You know what I'm saying? But thank y'all for tuning in.